but they have simpler boomsticks too. They have single break action, single shot break action with a hammer, single shot
Right.
break action without a hammer, double barrels with a hammer, double barrels without a hammer, ejectors, extractors. It's up to you. They even have a triple
Right.
barrel. Welcome to the latest episode of LCU. We're coming at you with big dick energy. Glad to have you. I have my boy Tyler Durden here, and also my favorite mofo, Clayton Slot Liquor, coming from the land of many fucking lakes. Well, today we're going to be talking about the gauge, the broomstick, the trench broom, the trench sweeper. What else? The scatter gun, the coach gun.
What was the old one? The blunderbuss.
Yeah, blunderbuss.
The blunderbuss. I brought my shotgun. Did you bring your shotgun?
Which one?
Oh,
I got one on the wall, and I got the A300 right here, homie.
well, you ladies didn't tell me it was going to be show and tell.
Oh shit! He's about to pull his shotgun out.
Because when we do show and tell with you, Tony, we never know what you're going to show and what you're going to tell.
One.
Exactly.
Okay. You know what? Fair's fair.
Tony's dropping his pants. Like, look at my 16 gauge, bitches.
That's why I said he's about to get his shotgun out.
Oh, it's the Sweet 16, bitch. Oh. There we go, girls. Here we go, girls. Here we go, girls. All the ladies. That's the way you enter a room. Winchester 1200.
There you go.
There we
with
go.
all the barrels.
Yeah, with all the barrels.
I have another one that I put the 9-shot extension on. So it's all the way to here. This is the one I take and shoot clays with because they have a conniption if you show up. You show up at the place with a freaking 18-inch combat shot. They get all sassy. They get all sassy. But here's the good part about it. Look at that.
And then we got the 870.
Yeah, my 870 is residing out of state right now.
Why is that?
Just because of I don't want to have many boomsticks here, so I only have a couple firearms here where I'm staying.
British.
But I have a 870 Wingmaster combat shotgun from the Ohio National Guard. They sold them a couple years ago.
I want an aftershock. That's what I want, isn't it? I want to get one of those aftershocks.
What are we drinking tonight, fellas?
Gatorade.
Oh, wow.
Water. Tony.
Oh, God, don't do that.
Do it.
Oh, God. God. I'm definitely going to throw up now.
You just mix fucking whiskey with pickle juice? Jesus Christ, Tony.
And Woodford Reserve at that.
Well, yeah, you got the good pickle juice. You got to have the good Woodford Reserve.
Oh, my God, bro.
Y'all don't know nothing about this. So,
oh, my God, Tony.
Anyway, obviously cleared.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, no, this is not obviously for my home security, but it can flex in that role because it is what it is. But this is what I take out when we go clay shooting. When I go, I don't know how we're gonna learn. Are we going, or you want to keep rolling like this?
Yeah, roll.
No, I'm good, man.
Oh, heck yeah! All right, cool. One of the great things about a shotgun is the things that make it a good defensive firearm to use, shooting, the fact it has a spread, the fact you can hit moving targets, that you should be able to control, all that stuff can be practiced just shooting clays with your friends using birdshot, loading it, shooting it, uh, recoil recovery, all that stuff, and you can have fun doing it, and then go talk smack to each other. You can't really do that when you train with handgun or ARs. I mean, it's fun in a different way, but it's more serious. But shooting moving targets, firearms manipulations, and you can make it into a thing with loading it and keeping it running and keeping it up, and you can do a lot of that just by running it when you're hanging out with your friends shooting clays. So I think that's one of the advantages of a 12 gauge is that you can use those light game loads or light trap loads or whatever you want to call it to have a good time inexpensively comparatively to running a class with buck. That's the way I see it.
No, I think it's definitely the redheaded stepchild with guns and stuff when it comes to shotguns. My thing though is I could almost see like certain areas, depending on the prosecutor, it being looked at as excessive force when it comes to self-defense.
If Kyle Rittenhouse taught us anything, is prosecutors will lie and do everything possible. So really, you need to fall back on is defensive. Was it a good shoot? And your lawyer has to be decent enough to go, it's a shotgun, Your Honor. It's been around in America since the beginning of America. It was an excessive force 100 years ago. It was an excessive force 200 years ago. Your granddad had one. Your granddad's granddad had one.
Yeah.
There's not a more American, older, or simplistic firearm around than a 12 gauge shotgun or 20 gauge. Actually, I kind of like the 20 gauge as an idea. I have one. I put a youth model stock on it. Actually, had a youth model stock on it, so it's shorter overall length. It's lighter, and I think Mas Ayub said it has like 60% of the payload and like 40% of the kick of a 12. Yeah. So it's like you're not undergunned with a 20 gauge, especially at the home defense thing. So it's like,
man, that thing's bright.
Yeah, crazy. It's a flashlight, weirdo.
Well, I didn't realize it was that fucking bright. Because this one's not that bright. Not as bright. Let's see, maybe it is.
There you go.
No.
Also, I'd like the cost effectiveness. I like the cost effectiveness of a shotgun. I mean, they go from single shot, sub $100 to as expensive as you want to get for the latest. I mean, what Benelli M4.
Yep, Benelli M4, Beretta A300,
Beretta 1301,
940 Pro.
Yep, 940 Pro. Hey. What was the one you were talking about when you were down in Florida, Clayton?
Oh, the Orthos.
Yeah,
the M4 clone. Yep. See, the thing with shotguns, though, we all know that gives people the universal sign to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
All you gotta do is rack it, right?
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. I actually heard a cop say that to somebody in the gun store, and I'm like, unless somebody, one, didn't hear it.
Right.
Okay. Because the story that got me with it, because I go with stories, because that's how we are as humans. And one of the guys is a firearms trainer said, you rack the shotgun. Now, I don't know if it was him or it was a story about him, but it was during Hurricane Sandy up here, or Tropical Storm Sandy, and it knocked out the electricity in a lot of places. And people were running generators and other people were stealing generators because humans are going to human. And he saw someone walking into his backyard. Now, this is at night, and the only reason he saw him was because they walked between the house and the garage, which was white, so he saw the shape of someone walk between. So he grabs his boomstick, walks outside, and his generator's running in the garage, running the power in this house and keeping the refrigerator on. So he's walking up behind the person. He says, "Hey." Guy doesn't turn around. Well, he just racked one in the gym. So he racked again. I said, "Hey." And the guy didn't turn around. Then he recognized the walk. And it was his neighbor. And he was like, John. And turns around. So what? Hey, what are you doing with the shotgun? He's like, I was racking it. Didn't you hear me? No, I couldn't hear you over the generator.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in real
Well,
life.
not only that, what if the person that breaks into your house is deaf?
Okay, well, all right. That's one thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Never thought about that. Helen Keller as a cat burglar. I mean, that's great.
Wow.
Yeah. They'll never hear the police come.
Man, don't you mean?
So, that's fucking. I don't know what's wrong with you people. You need Jesus.
A lot.
But
Oh, this might be the one to get us canceled here.
Oh,
yeah, well, that's okay. If Rob Pincus didn't get us canceled, we ain't getting us canceled.
nah.
The guy in the top right corner.
Yeah, let me shoot him a text. I forgot he's in Jersey now.
Yeah.
Oh, is he in Jersey?
Yeah, he might be. So, yeah, go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to say, Chris, so you brought up the prosecutor on that. So what do you think? Could that also be looked at from a different angle, though? Because if you look, double-out buckshot's got 9 pellets. Now, if you use rifle, handgun for self-defense, 9 pellets of buckshot's going to stop your ass. So do you think, Antonio, do you think it can be looked at as not the excessive force?
I really think I think it depends on where you're at and what the prosecutor feels about guns and the Second Amendment realistically.
I agree.
And he can feel anything he wants, but he's still got to get that jury to buy into it.
Oh, no doubt.
This is one of the important reasons. It's either have a good lawyer. That means it's going to cost money. That's why those self-defense insurance things come in handy. Do your own research and find out, because I know I'm a U.S. Law Shield person only because that's the only choice I have in New Jersey. There is no other. We can't have anything else in this state. So with U.S. Law Shield, I signed up as an ambassador, whatever you want to call it, because I wanted people to be able to reach a lawyer. That was my only point. That's one of the benefits. You can actually talk to a lawyer, non-emergency number, any day of the week with a question, a legal question. They can answer because they're firearms and self-defense attorneys, not your mom's cousin that closes houses as a real estate attorney. But they actually talk about this because they can say anything they want. It's up to your lawyer to be able to counter it and bring in experts, and that's what some of these insurances will pay. Insurances, which they're not actual insurance, but they'll pay for that. So yes, a prosecutor can say anything. I mean, they villainized 10 millimeter in a shoot in Arizona, talking about he was looking for trouble because it was a 10 mil. They villainized hair triggers in a shooting in New York in the late 70s because the guy pulled the trigger by accident. He didn't mean to, and that ended up putting him in prison because he cocked the revolver and had his finger on the trigger when he confronted the guy. So they can say and do anything. It's not even about the firearm. Now, if you watch James Reeves' video on it, he talked about the AR-15 when they did the mock trials with people. And yes, there were more convictions in mock trials when you used an AR instead of when you used a shotgun or any other firearm, including handguns.
Right.
So visually, it's kind of hard to play this off as me being Tactical Timmy.
Well, wasn't it a case involving a shotgun that kind of got U.S. Law Shield started?
I don't know the history of it.
I believe it was a case in Texas.
Well, they were Texas Law Shield first, so.
God, I cannot remember that dude's name. But yeah, like Texas, you can use deadly force to protect property. Oh, God.
Was the guy with the television? And the neighbors?
No.
Shot the people breaking into the neighbor's house?
Yep, he called 911, let them know people were breaking in. Because you can listen to them. They've got the 911 call on YouTube. Yep. God, I cannot remember that damn dude's name.
I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were breaking in, called 911. They weren't showing up. He's back and forth with the 911 operator, and then you hear him. He said something, because that's kind of what got him in a little bit of trouble. You hear him rack his shotgun, and I think, 3 shots were fired, killed both of them. I think they were Hispanic. It was a Hispanic community that was pushing the DA to file charges, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the one that got Law Shield started.
I'm trying to pull something up right now. See if it's
I remember it. And truthfully, he seemed eager to shoot them so they wouldn't get away. I'm going to shoot them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember the exact verbiage, but that was what kind of got him in trouble, was how he said what he was going to do, and then you hear the shotgun rack.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So again, a good shoot is a good shoot, but you have to be able to articulate why you use deadly force 100%. On someone. And
it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Even though you can go, in Texas, I have the right to shoot someone over property. It should be the morality that you worry about of whether you're going to shoot someone over someone else's property. And that's up to you. You got to live with those decisions and die with them. But also, it's affecting someone else's life. But the boomstick, to me, is quite effective. It's cost effective. Now, there's a lot to handle for the new person, but they have simpler boomsticks too. They have single break action, single shot break action with a hammer, single shot break action without a hammer, double barrels with a hammer, double barrels without a hammer, ejectors, extractors, is up to you. They even have a triple barrel. They even have a triple barrel. So they're out there. Even the most simplistic ones can work really effectively. I think the 20 gauge coach gun by Fudge Knuckles, I had it right there. Rossi. Yeah. Rossi makes a double barrel, what they call the coach gun. I know it's in 12. I don't know if it's in 20. But I think it also is pre-drilled with holes through it. I think it has like their version of Magnaporting. I think.
Let's take a look. Chris, are you pulling that up or are you looking at something else?
No, this freaking Law Shield thing's got me. I'm trying to remember that dude's name.
I'm going to pull up the Rossi.
Yeah, I think it's called the Rossi Coach Gun.
Yep. Coach.
Well, I've got an old, it was my uncle's. It's the old school pump shotgun with the hammer on it.
Yep. Yeah, you can get hammers, you can get hammerless. I don't know. I really didn't care. The side-by-sides are pretty cool. I'm looking at some prices, and you can pick these up used. I went through a little thing where I was working with used. I wanted to do a series on what it's like to be a non-gun guy that wanted to pick up something, but you didn't have a lot of money to spend, or you weren't going to dedicate a lot of money and time to learning to use it. Oh, that's ridiculous. You should know there's people out there that at least are truthful. They're not going to spend a bunch of money or time learning to use this thing. They want something simple, but they want to be able to defend their family. So what I went through, I was like, all right, what's the least expensive pump shotgun I could find? What's the least expensive break barrel I could find? And I was able to find, how much was it? I was able to find a sub $100, I actually found 2 sub $100 break action or single shot shotguns. I purchased them both. I was able to catch one on sale for $99 a pump action from PSA. And that was probably their blowout because the change model number was a 12 gauge and it held, 5+1 or 4+1?
Was it a Stevenson?
Nope. Mm-hmm. Oh, I found a Stevens for freaking $125. Every year, Tanner's had that on sale for Stevens, and I picked that up too for $125. That's made in China, but it's using the Stevens name, which is an American company from back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Stevens. So, okay, I thought it was Stevens' son. I thought it was.
Yeah, it was Stevens. So the Stevens 320 security was what I was able to pick up. And again, good deal. Ran them for years. Used them in classes. Again, very effective, low price. But when it comes to running a pump action shotgun, you got to learn to run it. You got to learn to feed it.
Yeah, that's the thing with shotguns. They're hungry. They eat.
They eat, but
yeah, I catch people sometimes with my shotgun class where they get almost lose the rhythm, and it's almost like they're trying to pump the shotgun and pull the trigger at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It takes work to run a shotgun, but once you get it, you can get it. You get in the rhythm. But man, it is a workout. Loading
Yeah,
it,
for sure.
boom, boom, boom. But let's be truthful. There's people that have ran shot. I've ran shotgun. I ran shotgun clinic. I didn't run a shotgun class. Crazy thing, we had a shotgun class booked. I'm an NRA certified shotgun instructor. Has nothing to do with anything outside of. We'd hooked up with someone that was running classes. We asked him to do a shotgun class. He said, sure. We came up with a price. We got the range time. We got the targets. We did everything. And an hour before the class kicked off, he calls us up. Hey, I'm in the emergency room with a medical condition. He had kidney stones or gallstones or something, and he had to be rushed to the hospital. Well, it was in the middle of nowhere in Jersey, so we had no ability to call anyone.
Right.
And by then it was too late because it was in the middle of nowhere. Everybody was already on their way. So what we decided to do was ran down. Actually, no, we didn't have targets. So my partner ran down. We built some targets out of some slat wood and cardboard, and we picked up a box of clays, and we just ran a clinic, loading, shooting, and moving. Moving to your secondary after the shotgun goes empty, whole thing. So we had a class that we just pulled out of the back of our head from drills that we would run. So it's exhausting. It's exhausting to run one of those suckers, bro, because you only got what's on the shotgun, and then you're digging into a pouch or digging into a pocket or something.
Yep, you're going to either fight what's on the gun or in the gun or what you have on you.
And that's why this is slick.
Side saddle.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's
Get
why this is slick.
Saddle.
Because this is not my home defense firearm.
Don't be using no Velcro side saddle.
I don't know, man. I think that Velcro works out pretty good.
So Clayton and I talk about this shit all the time with that.
Chris is wrong as dick cancer.
So
here's the only reason I'm not a fan of the Velcro is I'm looking at it. It reminds you of the shoes
that you had to wear in school because you never learned to tie yours. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? You couldn't figure out the rabbit runs around the tree and through the hole?
He's got PTSD from it.
That's what it is. Every time he hears it, he just feels like he's dumber than the rest of the kids because he never learned to tie. Listen, bro, understand. The 12th grade was hard for everyone. You'll be okay, bro. You'll be okay.
So, no, my thing on that is if I'm moving, and depending on where I'm at and stuff, it gets caught on something, there's a chance it's going to tear off. And I don't want it tearing off. And then if there's a gunfight, not necessarily knowing that it's tore off. That's just kind of how I look at it with the Velcro. That's the only reason I'm not a fan of with the Velcro.
I mean, it makes sense.
I understand your concern. Clayton, have you ever had it tear off?
No.
All right, cool.
And I've never had them fall out either.
No, I know they won't fall out.
I'm just saying.
For me,
I've never caught them.
I understand where you're coming from, Chris, but understand that I think maybe your theory is more a thought theory than something you've actually worked at, right? Like, have you tried to run it and had to peel off?
No.
So I mean, here's. Go ahead, Kurt. Go ahead, Tony. I'll let you.
No, the reason I'm saying it is because those things are less expensive. If one goes bad, if the Velcro, the hook and loop, if it becomes less, you can easily peel that off and replace it. It's not much money.
Yep.
I know when it comes to those hard ones, I can't think of the name of it. Starts with an A. They make one that's a side mount and it uses the bolt that goes through the holes.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
So I got mine at GGG.
G&G? Okay.
So here's the deal.
It wasn't. I don't think it was that expensive.
So here Tony touched on it. Here's why I like the Velcro ones. You can buy a fuck ton of them and load them up and have them ready to go. And
they fit in AR pouches.
Yeah, you can load a fuck ton. These are special operations equipment. There's also S-Tech makes them.
Mm-hmm.
You can load the shit out of them, Chris. and have like what I'm thinking of doing is get ones that are like I got this one black here. Do
So about
like
$82. Yeah, that's what I thought. About $82 for the one
see if
I
I can
got.
see if I can get some custom different colors, like I don't know, whatever gray or whatever the fuck, and load that up with slugs. That way I know which is which. You know, if I wanted to, you know what I mean. You could do the shit like that. But no, I've never had them peel off. To me, I think it's personal preference. I'm not dogging. You know, I'm going to dog Chris because he's wrong. But
which one do you have, preference. Clayton?
These ones are the special operations equipment. 12-gauge shotgun cards.
Yeah, shotgun cards.
Like here's one on SKD for $12.
So here, let me pull this up. Let me share my screen here. Hold up.
There was this magazine-looking thing that I found for like shotgun shells that looked pretty cool, and I haven't been able to find it.
So let me pull this up quick. So here, primarily, like S-Tech's got them on fucking Black Friday right now. But I want to show you in a second here. Hold on. Share your screen. Here we go. All right, Chris. This is the other ones that I was looking at.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's
the ones I just looked at.
Oh, these are their Black Friday sale. So different colors, whatever the hell you want.
Where?
But if you go to it as just, I think these are. Let me see here. What are they? Because that's the Black Friday sale. If you buy them alone, they're $15. $12 for the 4-round. 6-round is $14. However you want them. So there you go.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for right there. So let me
stop mine and go ahead and show yours.
Yeah, I'll check it out if you show me yours.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, does it, fellas? Doesn't take much at all. No. I'm the one drinking and y'all went gay. All right.
You're drinking fucking pickle juice.
One, I ain't drinking pickle juice. Drinking good bourbon.
Mixed with pickle juice.
So, yeah, shotgun cards. It's a thing.
But
do you have only one? Do you have it on the side of receiver only, or do you have another one on the opposite side of the butt stop?
I got it on the receiver only.
Yeah, I just got it receiver only.
I'm figuring, dude, if I fired everything in my gun and I've used 2 shotgun cards, however, regardless of how this gunfight ends, it's gonna be famous.
Right. I was actually just thinking about that today, adding that to the side of the buttstock in this one. But I think this one might get a little upgrade. I might look at putting the chisel machining stock on this one, but I'm not sure.
So that's a semi-auto, right? That's
yes, this is the A300.
A300. All right. No.
Yep.
Yeah. You do have a 940 Pro though, right?
No, I don't. I won't.
No? Oh, I heard. Oh, that was my video that I talked to Chris about.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the Mossberg 940 Pro. So, made some phone calls, and hopefully soon I'll be getting a semi-automatic shotgun of my own from Military Armament Corporation. They have their shotguns. They work with Agency Arms. Mm-hmm. And they have their tradesman series. They either have the 1014 tradesman or the M2 tradesman. So hopefully they're sending me out the M2. All right. Yeah. Isn't that mostly for freaking what you call it? Competitions?
Yeah.
No, this one's actually designed more for the tactical world. The competition ones only hold like.
You're just going to clamp that motherfucker to your beard in the middle of the night, or what are you going to do with that?
Yeah, it'll mount. You can mount it to mollies, or you can put it on a belt. I mean, I guess you could use it for competition, but now your competition ones, are the ones that kind of look like
What website are we on here?
It's actually an airsoft website, but this is the they do make one of these that's not airsoft. This was just the first site that I found what it actually looks like.
Okay, so let's break this down. So we're talking shotgun cards, and what should let's go through this here. What in your guys' mind needs to be on a home defense, self-defense, fighting shotgun, whatever you want to call it. I don't care who goes first. What needs to be on there?
A flashlight and some way to carry extra shells, whether it be a side saddle or putting them in your pocket, I guess.
So,
now there's some things on here where they have like a magazine. It's actually an AR mag pouch, but it's got like little slots where you can put shotgun shells on them. I don't see one of the competition ones on here.
Well, the crazy thing is those shotgun shells, most shotgun holders can actually just fit in the pouch themselves. And then you can cut out a piece of plastic and put it in between and have like two of them in. And just as you pull it out, the plastic just gets chucked or whatever the heck it is. Understand. Go ahead. I don't believe there's long extended shootouts with reloads in the civilian world with a boomstick.
No. So Tony, what do you think needs to be on a shotgun?
Okay. This is going by when I used my shotgun for home defense when I thought something was bumping the night.
Yeah, here's your competition ones right here.
Yeah.
Totally. See, they hold them in where you can grab them like 2 or 4 at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to do either a violin mode or something weird to get the shells.
Yeah.
I think keeping it slick was smart on my part. There was nothing to hang up. But after I found out no one was outside, and it's 3:00 in the morning, and I'm chilling, but I'm like, okay, I'm too wired to go back to bed. I don't know if these people are gone. Now I'm just sitting here chilling with the shotgun in my hand, like you're sitting there right now, Clayton. And I'm like, what do I set it down? Do I lean it up against the wall? Like, what do I do with this if they come and kick the freaking front door? Like, I'm thinking all of that. Now I'm just awake and somebody's tried to violate my house. So I think maybe a sling might be a good thing if something does go down and you've got to move around, having a sling on there, i.e. a holster for your long gun. That's what a sling is. So I think a sling would be good. Do I need a light? I think you should be able to identify whatever you're going to point that firearm at. And you can, if you have a mounted light, still identify someone without pointing a gun at them. Too many people try to give advice and have never taken a low light flashlight class or weapons mounted light class. They're like, well, why are you pointing the shotgun at something you don't know what it is? You can shine it on the ground, especially if you have enough lumens. And I'm sorry, but pretty much for the last decade, if you bought a flashlight, a weapons mounted light, or weapons light in the last decade.
So for context, I'm pointing this at my floor right now. That's going to light up. Now, granted, I'm only like 3 feet away from that, but you can see the bloom of it. It's going to light your fucking house up.
It's going to light up a room. And you're not going to blind yourself with the light. So having a light and being able to manipulate it is good. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it. I think those are the two things. Having a red dot on it or something like that, I don't think is a necessity. Because, again, run your gun, and if you shoot clays with it, you'll know what a sucker will hit. Also, you should patent it before you just buy it, load it, and just itch my boomstick. You got to know what the pattern is.
The fuck? So one thing I like is, well, I can maybe try to do this without pointing this at my fucking self.
Yeah, don't Kurt Cobain yourself out of the freaking picture, bro.
But if you look, can you see it good enough?
Nice. Yeah, you got the XS sight?
Yep. XS big dot on the front of this guy.
Got you.
Now that is a fucking game changer. If you don't have a red dot on your fucking shotgun, that bead sight from Big Dot is fucking a game changer.
Hey, that's what I need to do.
What?
I need to learn sign language, and then when we talk about excess sites, I can sign the discount code, and maybe YouTube won't hit us on it.
Oh my god!
I can start doing Morse code. Boop, 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 boop.
Understand the cool part about learning sign language. It only works if people can read sign language. So other than that, it just looks like you're shooting gang signs to nobody. The Helen Keller School of the Freaking Blind and Deaf will not be able to pick up your discount code.
That's what YouTube will hit me on. Gang sign.
God damn. You stupid.
I'm just saying.
Jesus.
It's like gang affiliation. Yep.
So, what are your thoughts about magazine-fed shotguns?
I feel magazine-fed shotguns lock you into a magazine. So for it to be more than a single shot, you're going to have mags on you. Mags for 12 gauge or even 20 gauge shotguns are big, clumsy, don't have a lot of rounds. Now, if you have a short barrel shotgun and it's magazine fed, I get it because you can have 10 rounds and a like 10.5 inch, 12-inch barrel on the shotgun. Got you. That's that compromise you made for the short size, but you now have capacity. But that damn 10 round friggin' capacity is going to be about that long.
Right.
They're ungainly. I don't know how long that mag lasts. I don't know how much abuse or how many classes you can take and drop that thing on the ground and reload it and how they hold up. So I don't know. Now I know people out there running semi-automatic magazine-fed shotguns in competitions. Competitions are a different world. Okay, so you had a misfeed. You're still alive. No one's shooting at you. Your family's life's not at risk.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a track record in my book now that's anywhere near as long as any other feeding method with a shotgun.
Right. And, yeah. My thing is, too, let's back this up a little bit, too. You don't need to go out and buy, just like a handgun or rifle, you don't need to go out and buy a fucking $2,000, $3,000, $1,500 shotgun. You don't need it. If you have an 870 police trade-in, a Maverick like Chris has got, they'll work. It all comes down to training.
Yeah, but I mean, why can't I have, what is it, that AA-12?
That's fine.
Can.
Fine. You can. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying you don't need it. Like, this right here is a, $1,200 gun all day. 1301 is fucking $1,700. Yeah, they're cool as shit. Don't get me wrong, and I want a 1301, but this 870 right back here is just as fucking good.
Yeah, but I mean, I want the automatic version one.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you guys a question: which do you prefer, pump or semi-auto?
I went with the pump just because, I mean, it had a really good price on it. Plus, at the time, I had a magazine-fed shotgun and was looking at designing a shotgun class and got to thinking, like, your average consumer is not going to have a magazine-fed shotgun. So why do I even need to try to build a class just on this platform here?
Right.
So I ended up selling it and got the Maverick. Now, I would like that 940. I would like the 940 Pro. I like the semi-automatic a little better.
Same here.
Because if you're not really practicing with these pumps, I mean, eventually you're going to start wearing out from sitting there jerking that gun that pump back and forth, working this thing. Now, yeah,
Tony,
go ahead. I knew as soon as I started down that road, I was like, you know what? I might as well just finish this thing and let them run with it.
Yeah, finish jerking.
It really, I mean, it didn't help. Yeah, once I started talking about jerking, I was like, I might as well finish talking about jerking.
I agree with you, Chris, on that, because the number one issue that people have with pump shotguns, fuck it, I'm gonna dump on this grenade to you, is they short stroke it.
Yep. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
And I think a lot of
Tony doesn't have that problem.
I don't have that problem. I mean, we saw that. We don't have a problem with short stroking here because we have the Winchester with the smoothest action, and it unlocks itself. So it really requires very little work on your part to
Right.
actually. This is after boom, it fires. It's already so boom, right back to the front. This was so much fun when I got it. Um, oh, by the way, this was $125
Yeah, I
used,
think
fuel,
the
bolt, and everything.
the I think I got the Maverick for like one. They had it on sale for like 130, 140.
Oh, what I'm saying though is this is used. This was used for $125 because people usually want new stuff,
I
and
got
I'm
this at
like,
some guy's garage.
yeah, you're the guy, but
No, Chris knows what garage I got. This. I was kidding.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Yep.
He got it out of the back of a truck at a training learn in Georgia. Um,
Yeah, it was a train learn, that's for sure.
It's pretty close. It was pretty close.
You're pretty close.
so,
It was
oh,
But
okay, I get you. I get you. I got it. I got it.
but I still paid a decent amount for this, you know. And like I said, I prefer the semi-auto. I really do.
So,
Oh, go ahead, Tony.
my experience of haven't been that much with semi-autos because I live in a state where I can't have a semi-auto with a pistol grip, and my semi-autos have to be limited to 6 rounds. I can have 6+1, and that's it. So the only
Right.
time I've ran these was in shooting clays with friends, really, and the 930, the Mossberg 930, and from the one I used that was somebody's, I hated that thing. It was spitting gas and pieces of plastic in my face. It was breaking as we were using it, and it was new. And I was like, "Well, this sucks." And one of the guys had a Benelli Black Eagle. It was
Super
1,200.
Black Eagle?
Yeah, it was like $1,200.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
really
just
Super Black.
and I just purchased my 20 gauge Stevens, and I came to the range with it because I wanted to shoot some clays, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna shoot clays," and it was the staff, and they were like, "We got all our shotguns. You can shoot my Benelli." I'm like, "Could I enjoy my $125 shotgun at least for one day before you give me something way better?" So yeah, that Super Black Eagle was awesome, but that's a crazy for me. That was a crazy price. But that's also why I look forward to getting this Military Armament Corporation M2 Tradesman because I think that's MSRP'd around 12,
Yeah.
and I want to be able to run that. But the crazy part is this: because we use indoor ranges, I'm gonna only I can only load buck and slugs in indoor range here in Jersey, so that's just gonna get expensive. But I really want to introduce people to semi-automatic shotguns because, in my mind, if you find a dependable semi-automatic shotgun, especially at the MSRPs we're talking about for the A400, that's what you got, right? A400,
A300. A300.
A300, the A400. This when you got about $1,000 and it has a solid reputation and the ability to run and eat anything, that's what the difference is until the last few years. Semi-automatics used to be real finicky on what they ate, and you'd have to
Yeah.
be careful. Now they're a lot better. Oh yeah, and the patent on the Benelli M4 ran out, so there's a whole bunch of clones that work on that too. Is what it is. Now you have the ability to have a semi-automatic shotgun that's more reliable, that eats anything, and it's more affordable. So I can change, and I hope I'll be able to put enough rounds through this that'll give me an education on modern semi-automatic shotguns.
There you go. So, I want to back up since you said Benelli M4 clone. If you go off to the orthos that I was talking about, have you seen those at all? So these are the orthos.
I looked it up when you told me about it last week.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Like they're fucking sweet. They got the SBS version. Yeah.
I still like the aftershock.
Then they got. They just released this one too, which is kind of, I don't know, because we were talking about magazine fed. So they got what they call the Joker.
Ouch.
There's your Joker.
Yeah, that's cute and all, but how much are the mags?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the mags, and you don't need that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Let's see. Oops.
So if y'all ever
990.
use, let me ask you this: if y'all ever use those mini shells,
No. Oh, there it is.
No.
There's your gun, Chris.
the aftershock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm looking. That's what I'm
you
looking at right
need you
now.
need to do it like this. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. That's what you needed in
Oh yeah.
the SBS
Yep.
all fucking day long, baby.
So,
Mini shells? No, I have not.
I'm trying to look up this guy that I watch a lot, and he runs these things like the Aftershock, the TAC 14, and he shows you how to actually run it with it up against your face without freaking punching your face out.
That's the other thing. Those things are you have to know how to run them because a lot of people exactly will punch themselves in the fucking face.
So, people, because I remember when these came out as firearms, there were so many people just wanting to argue that they were useless. And that's some of the problem about when new things come out and everybody joins the freaking, it joins in on the bashing of it and never bother
Mm-hmm.
using it. So there's a guy called Demonstrated Concepts on YouTube. You pull him up and he actually developed a way to run these things with a strap that wraps around the bird's head grip that you can actually pick it up and use the red dot and shoulder it and use the sights. His
All
name is
right,
Demonstrated
who
Concepts.
demonstrated concepts? Hold on, let's just
Or
put
you
it
get the one where the lady was shooting the shotgun with the pistol grip, and it just goes flying back.
Yep.
And she's standing there like,
He's just standing there like, was it
There you go.
supposed to do that? Are you showing?
and
You're going to show the short? You're going to
that's
show
the
the
other
short of him
thing.
doing the mag dump?
I'm gonna try to find it. Yeah, if I can find it.
Before you show that, let me just throw this out here.
Mm-hmm.
Please, people, do not take first time shooters out to shoot a 12 gauge shotgun.
No. Okay.
And the one with
You can bring first time shooters to shoot a 12 gauge shotgun. There are better ways to do it, but you're loaded with birdshot and you have to do a whole lot of demonstrating about how to mitigate recoil and how to keep your face on the gun.
And that's the thing. I see so many videos where people are over there chuckling because they know it's going to throw them back. But I'm like, that's somebody you could possibly turn into an anti-gun person off of that.
Yeah, because you think it's
one,
funny.
you're over there. Yeah, you think it's funny. Two, they've possibly hurt themselves because it's thrown them on the ground. Three, it could be unsafe because you don't know what's going to happen when they hit the ground.
right.
They could cock the gun and shoot somebody. I mean, there's just
How's this one? You don't know what kind of thing they had to overcome to trust you enough to go out in the first place.
right.
They might have battled all kinds of damn demons and been awake all freaking night because they're terrified of guns, but they never wanted to tell you about it. And now you're going to do some giggle shit, and all of a sudden they're not speaking to you anymore because you confirmed everything they worried about happening to them.
Right.
So, yeah, you don't play with firearms. You should be at least mature about that and introducing people. Now, with somebody that's ran the shotgun classes for, NRA shotgun, of course, we introduce people using birdshot. Birdshot and a full-size 12-gauge shotgun can be handled by most 7.5 shot can be handled by almost everybody. And that's one way to handle it. And also you can use, again, 20 gauge with light shells also. And just introduce them using birdshot. All the friggin' principles you can use are the same. And there is no reason to force somebody to run through an entire freaking class of buckshot. That's just masochistic. No, and expensive. Use the birdshot, have them shoot clays, have them load under pressure, under a timetable, have them shoot, move, take cover, do all that stuff. And all that can be done with birdshot.
Here we
Yeah.
go, fellas.
Oh, you got it up? Okay.
And there we go.
Let me back it up. 'Cause it just...
Yeah.
And the funny part is this: that's the best thing that could have happened to her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how it just goes like a freaking rocket.
Because her face could have been in that black. Her face could have been in that back blast area.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't get that back, ma'am. Ma'am, you don't get the shotgun back.
Oh,
It's my shotgun.
Jesus.
You and your shotgun will be walked off this range.
Oh my God.
So, did you find him, Clayton?
Yeah, I can't find the video. I found him, but I don't know.
It came
what
up
video
on
it is.
Shorts when I did it. It
Okay.
came up on Shorts.
I
I
will
think
look
that's what it's called.
again.
So, Demonstrated Concepts is a dude, and I watched him develop this years ago when they first came out with the pump versions, and then they came out with the semi-automatic TAC 14. I think that's what.
Chris, you pulling it up?
Which one?
The demonstrated concept ones. I can't find it on the short. See if you can find it. He's talking about.
Demonstrated Concepts LLC is the name of it.
Yep.
I'm looking now.
You're talking about the mag dump one, right, Tony?
Yeah, it's called Mossberg 990 Aftershock. Yep, with Fiocchi Defense Buckshot. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to see me do that.
Oh, this one right here. Okay, hold on.
Yep.
I got it, Chris.
Okay. I was about to say I found a shockwave.
All right, here we go.
There you go.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
So he sells that strap and how
It's
it
about
works.
like what they have. Yeah. Huh. No shit.
Yeah,
Pretty
check out
wild,
his
brother.
channel. Don't just. He does. I like the fact that he does things to his own drummer. He even came out a way to cheek fire. What was the Keltec CP33 that shoots the 22 Magnum? Oh, it's a
Not sure.
handgun. Has no shoulder stuff, so he had it set up that actually you could shoot it off your cheek, just like you shoot the shotgun, using the red dot on a lifted, a high mount, red dot mount, like you use a nods, but he has it here, and he's running like a PDW with no stock. So you're anchoring it on because you're shooting 22 Magnum. But it has
Right.
like a 33 round mag. You got the red dot. You have it on the cheek, and you just run it like you run in the PDW. And he looked into that, and people are like, "That's ridiculous. Why don't you watch it instead of making up your mind already?" Sometimes people
Right.
think outside the box. Understand when the SAS ran their MP5s in their first mission that we all know about, Operation Nimrod, which was Princess Gate, when they took out the Iranians that took people hostage. They just used the strap. They didn't use shoulder. They didn't use shoulder stocks. They pushed out with the strap, and then they had a freaking big ass maglite flashlight strapped to the top, and they used that almost like you use a modern day laser.
Yep.
And they just lit people up. So unusual. If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
Right.
Meanwhile, Chris is watching him laughing his ass off.
No,
Oh,
I just found
no.
Clayton's first time shooting a shotgun.
That's also Clayton's first time jumping rope. That's Clayton's first time brushing his teeth. That's Clayton's first time on the basketball team. Damn! This is a good one. Yo, it unbuckled his
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
No. Here
this-
you go.
Oh
Right here.
God.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, he lost teeth on that one.
Yeah. Don't do this shit, people. Oh.
Oh,
No, that was a
Ooh.
revolver.
I almost saw
Ooh.
somebody die. That was probably a Smith & Wesson 500.
Yep.
Um,
I almost got canoed there.
If you're going to give somebody a Smith & Wesson 500 or any powerful revolver, load one round. One round. Don't load a second. There is no reason for it. You know they're not going to shoot a second one intentionally, but they can shoot a
Right.
second one unintentionally. And that can part their dome. And now you're sitting there, your friend's dead, got a hole in the head,
Yep.
and the police going to take your gun when they come and get it, by the way. That's going into evidence. You'll never have that again.
Here's the one I was talking about. This is the one I was trying to find right here. This is why you need to make sure you explain everything to first-time shotgun shooters, especially if it's a large caliber.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's had to have seen this one.
Yep.
Yep.
Didn't he blew his hat off?
Yeah, like almost blew his head off. Like, oh, let me see what's going on.
That was self-correcting problem.
Uh-huh.
But, this right here, this first one, that was the one I was looking for.
Yep.
That's that right there.
Well, again, ha ha ha. Unless it broke her face.
Or shoulder, or collarbone, dislocated her shoulder.
Yeah.
I mean, she's. You can tell she's not a big girl. So
She's not doing well right now.
First and last time she ever shot a 12 gauge.
No.
First and last time you've slept all the way through the night.
Right. So, do you think that, because we're starting to see a lot more shotguns come back, everybody seems to be talking about shotguns right now, and I don't know, do you think it's just because of, why do you think it is? I guess I don't even know why that is right now.
I think. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say I've seen at least come back a lot of shotgun content lately.
Because you got companies that put them out and people that get paid to do reviews. That's one thing. Let's get that right. But the other thing is, all this stuff goes in and out, right? I mean, I've been around for a while. I've been reading shotgun magazines and, firearms magazines and following the trends for decades. And they come in and out. And right now, what's going on is a bunch of throwback stuff. We got lever actions. Revolvers are coming back. Both small frame revolvers and large frame revolvers are coming back in style. Large frame never really left, but they're coming back. And I think Benelli's patent running out has brought in a bunch of Benelli-like guns.
Right.
And at a really cheap price because they're coming in from Turkey. So now you got inexpensive guns. You have all the Benelli accessories so you can clone one out and have a Turcanelli. And they don't work just as good, but they work good enough.
Right.
So I think a combination of all of that. Because to say a $1,000 Turkish shotgun right out the box works as well as a $2,500 to $2,800 Benelli.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not true. But does it work well enough for civilian firearms use to take to the range to run as your home defense gun to run some classes in? Yeah. Will it hold up to years of Marine Corps-like abuse? Because that's who has the shotgun, the Marine Corps. No. But you know what else you can afford that the Marine Corps has? A freaking 590A1. Even in a state like Jersey, I could have a 9-shot 590A1 with a bayonet lug. Vibes.
Are you, Chris?
So
are you opening a Snickers bar?
No, I'm opening this Gatorade. It's funny you mentioned the 590A1, so I was just curious. I went in Chat GPT and I asked it, what are the top 5 best shotguns?
590A1.
So that was number 3.
Benelli, probably Beretta 1301.
Beretta 1301 was number 1.
Benelli M4, M4. The Benelli M2.
Benelli M4 was number 2. Benelli M2 was number 5. What do you think number 4 is?
870.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, the 870 Police.
Yep. The Police. And that's just it. If you go to a pawn shop and you can find an old 870 Police trade-in, you can pick those things up for fucking dirt cheap. Do it.
Just depends on the year. Pay attention to what it is.
Yeah.
How long did law enforcement carry shotguns in their vehicles before they changed it? Because it was 2000s when they started changing over to rifles, wasn't it?
They started changing over the rifles on a whole nationwide 10 to 15 years ago as a whole, as a mass. You know what I mean? Like because you had LA first, no one had a rifle, and if you had a rifle, you had something like lever action, and mostly with shotguns, and shotguns are fine. And then SWAT and all that started happening in the early 70s. It started in LA, then it went to New York and went to the bigger cities. And then as it rolled on and got throughout the country, people started exchanging in their shotguns for rifles. But police shotguns, military shotguns, all that stuff you can have. Again, Ohio National Guard dumped theirs like 6 years ago. And I was able to pick up the 870 from Ohio National Guard is actually a Wingmaster.
Yep.
And Tony, you're actually right. It was the California that first started. It was from that Hollywood shootout in 1997. That's when they started to change from shotguns to rifles.
Because they were ineffective against someone at that distance, plus cops suck anyway.
Well, it was those guys in that, wasn't that the guys in the full body armor?
Yeah, the full body armor, and they were out of range. Nobody wanted to close with dudes firing full auto AKs, close with them with a freaking shotgun, especially when they cover from head to toe in body armor. And I'll go ahead and say it, most officers don't take firearms training seriously, and they definitely didn't take shotgun training seriously.
No.
And
so
yeah, go ahead.
So according to this, the two major events were the 97 Hollywood shooting and then the 99 Columbine High School massacre. Those were the two major events that started switching every law enforcement nationally.
Okay. This is my pet peeve when it comes to firearms and law enforcement. They always use a failure of their tactics and policies and then go, if we had better equipment, this wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their tactics and policies were the problem. Columbine, they waited outside the school for backup instead of going into school immediately. That would have changed that. The cop being aggressive enough, early enough, could have ended Columbine. Oh, Tony, you're blaming somebody and you're playing quarterback. Policy all across the country changed, and that's why everybody's crapping on Uvalde PD, because by the time Uvalde happened and they allowed that person in the school to kill indiscriminately while they waited outside, that's why everybody was upset, because that was a lesson learned in Columbine. It had nothing to do with equipment. Also, the 10 millimeter was developed because of the Miami shootout in 1983, or the Miami shootout in '83, and they're like, "Oh, this was so horrible. The 9 millimeter wasn't powerful enough." Well, the fight didn't get into it a 9 millimeter. The fight got ended because a cop with balls walked up on him and did a freaking cylinder dump in his chest with a 357 Magnum with a 3-inch barrel. That's what ended it. It was shot placement. But they convinced everybody it was because the round wasn't powerful enough, developed a 10 millimeter because it was needed. And then when they finally got a 10 millimeter, they realized they couldn't control it, and they had to freaking soften it down to 40 Smith & Wesson.
Yep.
Because 180 grains moving at 1,400 feet per second kicks like a mother effer.
Well, that also goes back to training as well, too.
Oh, yes, it's training, tactics, and policies. All of that is that. 12-gauge shotgun works really well for most things. Of course, using the Clint Smith saying, what a 12-gauge shotgun with the right load from the right distance will blow a chunk of your ass and set it on the floor. And it's 100% right. It's very, with a 12-gauge shotgun, and I've told people this, in an afternoon, I can train you to drop anything that walks on the North American continent.
And with the right load, you don't necessarily have to be a great shot with it.
With the right load, you still have to aim, but yeah, there's less stress on being precise.
Right.
But you still have to aim. You still have to use marksmanship principles for the most part. So yeah, and that's one of the reasons I like the shotgun is because of the versatility. The pump action shotgun is a very versatile firearm, and now because of technology, the semi-automatic is falling into that too because it's not so ammo sensitive now.
What about
There you go.
Holes through people. Shotguns at the right range with the right load will physically remove a chunk of shit off your opponent and throw that shit on the floor.
Can't get much better than that.
no?
Oh God. Let's hear that one more time, shall we? Let's just
Play the whole thing.
miss. I'm going to. Here we go.
Pistols put holes in people. Rifles put holes through people. Shotguns at the right range with the right load will physically remove a chunk of shit off your opponent and throw that shit on the floor. Pistol.
That should be a shirt.
It really should be.
That should be a shirt.
With Americans going into World War One, the shotgun has been pretty much. It's not an American weapon. Obviously, there's shotguns all around the world, but as an American long arm in our history, the shotgun has been here since the Plymouth Rock Land. All right, we've had the shotgun since Jamestown. The shotgun goes way back in America, and when we took it to war, the Germans wanted to call the friggin' M97 a war crime, right? Because we were effing them up in the trenches with John Moses Browning's pump action Winchester, and they were bodying people with that because it was so devastating at close range as a CQB weapon. So it is effective. You could still use a Mossberg 1898, if not the original, a clone. It still has its good parts. You can slam fire it, and its bad parts. You got to watch your hand, and you're gonna freaking cut it wide open when that bolt comes to the back. These are very effective. They're cost effective. They're efficient, as in they can put the bad guy down or put food on your table, depending on the load. Inexpensive. Be able to put people down. They're so effective as a man stopper. I don't know of anybody that needed to be shot twice with one to make them stop doing what they were doing. I don't know of anybody that got blasted twice with buckshot because they wouldn't stop.
Right.
And also, it gives you non-lethal capabilities with non-lethal rounds or loads. I don't think that's a good thing for civilian firearms ownership because depends on where you are. Just using a shotgun, whether it has non-lethal rounds in it or not, is still use of deadly force because you're using a firearm.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to mention, like rock salt. I hear some people wanting to put rock salt in it, and I'm like, why?
Same charge. If they weren't a deadly threat, you pointed a firearm at somebody and shot them with it. They thought it was. There was no reason for them to assume you weren't using deadly force, so you can be charged. If they're a threat, treat them as such. Don't run around with non-lethal rounds in your firearm.
So, since we're talking about this, how would you set yours up for home defense?
Shotgun with buckshot. I don't even
all
do
buckshot.
I don't do number 4 buck. I ain't freaking Christmas tree or what do you call it? Not Christmas tree. Candy cane loading it. Not doing it. It's buckshot. If I want anything else, I'll have a couple slugs on the side, but I don't plan on shooting through anything. But if I have that ability, fine. But I'm also going to pattern it inside the house. Distances. I'm not patterning it inside my house, but I'm going to at least know what the spread is inside my house distances. So
Correct.
that will be represented by the load. I've never used this federal flight control. I've never used it, never pumped it out. But if you want a tighter pattern, I've heard people over and over talk about how that's cool. Also, I heard people talk about sending it to Van Comp and having it worked on there. And regular freaking buckshot loads will shoot like flight control and keep a very tight pattern, supposedly after you have the gun Van Comped. So that's
Chris.
a service available.
What about you?
So, tube, I'm starting birdshot for at least 2. The rest are buckshot. And then my side saddle is half buckshot, half slugs.
Okay. I'm going to go for the gusto, and I'm going to start full tube of Dragon's Breath.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus. Jesus.
No.
Not only we're going to eliminate the threat, we're going to burn the house down.
Look, they want a new house
remember
anyway. Jen wants a new place anyway.
No. I'm with Tony. I'm all buckshot.
All right, Chris, why would you use birdshot first?
Yeah. Explain, sir.
I'm being nice.
Okay, well, that's nice. I mean, listen, doing social work in your house at night at gunpoint is an option.
I mean, I'm giving you a chance.
That locked
reason
door
why
was,
he racks.
that locked door was your fucking chance, bro.
Same reason why he just racks a slide. You can run away now.
Well, yeah, you get the rack. There's your one chance. All right, you getting it's baseball. 3 strikes and you're out. The rack is the first chance. The first bird shot's the second chance. The second bird shot's your third chance, and then it's on from there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
We stopping this right now. Now, you had a chance to stop. You've lost that opportunity.
I've lost a little respect in Chris tonight.
I'm creating windows. I'm putting in windows, all right? Like I'm doing installation. I'm putting holes in them.
All right, Chris. I need to come to your place. We're gonna play around with some shotguns.
No, seriously. It's buckshot, and then I've got slugs in the side saddle.
Seriously, I put rock salt in there. We're good.
Because I remember listening to freaking what you call it?
Oh shit!
Who's it? Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Birdshot. What was the joke? Birdshot.
Oh God, I know what you're talking about. When he bought his first shotgun,
and the guy gave him the advice.
Yeah, he gave him the advice. Oh God.
Yeah. All right, pull that up. I just thought it was entertaining, and it's a funny joke, and there was no reason to be the shotgun instructor or firearms instructor through everything. I was like, that was funny.
So while you're looking that one here, I'm going to do this one real quick. If you haven't seen this one.
Let's go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Indoor range.
Yep.
Where's it at?
Why spend all that money on ventilation and keeping the place clean? Nothing will ever happen.
There.
It's up there.
There we go. Let's get some Dragon's Breath going in the indoor range.
Oh God.
Let's get some Dragon Fire going in the indoor range. There we go.
Wait.
There we go.
What would make that happen?
It's exactly the Clint Smith talks about the fucking.
There we go. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. We got some Dragon Fire going.
God.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, what, 10-ish, 12.
What are you counting your fingers?
No, I'm just trying to see how many rounds for it. So what, about 15 rounds before it caught on fire like that?
Oh, that's awesome.
And look how fast that went up, man.
Yeah, it's magnesium.
Well, there's magnesium and also the fact you got unburnt gunpowder all over the place.
Yep. All right. You talking about Tony? You're talking about getting a gun from Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Or was
the shotgun?
The bird shot?
Yeah, birdshot, buckshot, whatever it was.
God, it was one of
Yeah, it's right here. I got it.
So I remember watching it when I was coming up to Minnesota.
Hold on. All right.
You got an answer. No questions. You just grab a 12 gauge shotgun, handed it to him. I need some bullets too. Put 2 box shells on the counter. He said, "All right, buddy, which box do you want?" One box had a picture of some ducks on it. The other box had a picture of you. Immediately. You got an answer. No questions. You just grab a 12 gauge shotgun, handed it to him. I need some bullets too. Put 2 box shells on the counter. He said, "All right, buddy, which box do you want?" One box had a picture of some ducks on it. The other box had a picture of some deer. I said, "Well, what's that box with them ducks. He said, oh, that there's bird shot. And then he goes just like this, I'm not exaggerating, he goes, that won't kill a man. Pepper him up nice. I said, what the fuck? Pepper. I said, what's that box with the deer on it? He goes, oh, that there's buckshot. That'll put a hole in the goddamn truck if you wanted to. One with the deer up and shook it. I thought he was trying to trick me. I was like, do you have a box with a picture of a white dude trespassing on it? That's exactly the strength I'm looking for.
Oh, wow. I forgot that part. I forgot that part.
No, I remember something, but yeah, that was.
Man.
So,
that's funny shit.
That's one of the reasons I was going to do that series and bought inexpensive shotguns for somebody like Dave Chappelle. They ain't got money. It was like, what do I use for home defense? I don't have to do anything to it. I just want it. And I went looking for, okay, cool. I'll go in and I'll give them a shout out over there. Tanner's in Jameson, Pennsylvania. They aren't like a big gun store like a Cabela's looking, but they do a lot of turnover. They bring in, they buy estate sales, and they just have weekly stuff. And you can go there and get just decent prices on some used stuff like this. Again, this was $125, man. You can't beat that with a stick.
Right.
And they don't, and this is an actual Winchester when they were made here, not that crap that's being made overseas right now called Winchester. I mean, it's even got a jeweled bolt. And I don't know if people know, but yeah, Winchester has the same rotary bolt as a freaking AR-15.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think the most deadliest shotgun round is? And it's not Dragon's Breath.
The deadliest shotgun round?
Yep.
For what? Animals or people? Anti-personnel or hunting?
No, just in I guess you would say like self-defense.
I'm figuring double-aught buck has to be the one that's used by everybody.
Yeah.
Hornady 300 grain Sabat slug.
Come on, man. Who the hell uses a Sabo in home defense?
Oh, is it Sabo?
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's Francais. It's Francais, sir.
So you gotta shoot it with you gotta make sure you shoot it with your pinky out.
Yeah. Bonjour, sir. It's Francais.
It's okay. I shot him with a round from France.
Yeah, I shot him with a round.
Wee wee.
Hey, listen, getting hit with
it made him wee wee.
Getting hit with a Sabo sounds better when you say it in French, because when you say it in English, well, the word for Sabo is shoe.
Not really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds real bad. It's really much better.
So,
I mean, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say. So I think we're all in agreement here that shotguns are good for. Yeah, they're fun as hell to shoot, but you still need to get adequate training with them. They're a viable option for self-defense, home defense, whichever you want to call it. Me personally, I love shotguns.
Also, they don't have to be all 12 gauge. You have
410s.
Well, 410, I think that's still good, but I mean, how recoil sensitive are you? And once you get into 410, you start limiting the amount of anti-personnel rounds you have available. But they still have some buck in 410. 20 gauge, I think, is a really good medium. 16 and 28 gauge, I think, are so rare that you should really be looking at something else. But if you
don't forget your 10 gauge as well too.
Yeah.
And if you got a 10 gauge, well, that's nice. You must really hate them peoples. Because I think 10 gauge is used like 3.5 inch.
Yeah. Ooh, I think I might have. Hang on a second.
I think 10 gauge use 3.5 inch, and they have regular shotgun. Regular 12 gauge has 9, 33 or 36, .33 or .36 diameter pellets in them, or round ball. And I think 10 gauge has like 12 or 15. Again, this is off the top of my head. So the payload is huge. The recoil is ridiculous. But
Chris
I
is
don't
trying to
think.
find his OnlyFeeds page.
Yeah, look at him, dude. That's the look of concentration on his face. Look at him. It looks like he's trying to count past 20.
Hey, I can only make it to 10.
Excuse me. He takes off his pants, his shoes. He can get to 20. He can get to 20 and a half.
Where is that at?
What are you trying to find, Chris?
I had like a...
Trying to find your pecker again?
No, I need a magnifying glass for that. There was a picture I had that had like some of the different shotgun shells and stuff, and I can't find that thing.
Yeah, I don't have my classroom stuff, but I don't think it was. I don't have my book on me.
So I think.
Yep.
There it is. There we go. Well, is it not going?
Yeah, 10 gauge, 3.5 inch. Whoa.
There you go.
There we go.
Yes, sir. According to what I just looked at, 10 gauge, 3.5, 18 pellet double lock buck. 18 pellet and 10 gauge. Bro, we get to the point that recoil's powerful enough that they could probably take anything out the house they want before I pull the trigger on this thing.
And don't forget your 8 gauge there.
Oof.
No, let's not. Which one is that? Hold on, where's 8 gauge at?
Right here.
10.
Right there on the far right.
Very in.
Yeah, just no. No. No.
Yep. Right there.
No. So I remember listening or reading about Mas Ayub, his daughter's favorite self-defense shotgun, and the one that she used is a semi-automatic 10 gauge.
Good Lord.
I think it holds 4 rounds in the mag, 1 in the chamber, obviously.
Good Lord.
I'm like,
Oh,
one, that's a very special girl, bro.
You getting the job done there.
You getting the job done. You giving friggin' the coroner, the EMT, the responding officers PTSD.
And that's yeah. Okay.
You're like,
Let's
what
be
you
honest.
do? Call in an airstrike? What happened? Here?
Okay. Let's be honest. We all know shooting inside a structure is loud as fuck. You blast one of these motherfuckers off in your house.
Mm-hmm. So
damn.
that
And
comes
not only is that
something I was going to mention a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Suppressors for shotguns.
Okay, well, hold on. Not only is that going to be loud as shit, but like Tony said, you hit somebody with this 12 gauge in close proximity in your home, yeah, you're gonna have a fucking mess to clean up.
That's why you have Serve Pro.
Well, somebody's gonna have a mess to clean up.
You know, if you have US Law Shield, they pay to have somebody come clean.
Scene clean, baby.
And if you do use US Law Shield, use code 2A4E for a discount.
That's actually not as bad as what I thought it was going to be.
What's that?
Suppressor for 12 gauge, $819.
Was that for the Salvo 12?
No, that's a silencer code.
Oh yeah,
or
I know.
The YMH Victoria 12.
Yeah, I won't mind
Victra.
I'm gonna suppress a 12 gauge. It'll be fun.
Wow, they really have some soft ass sounding names for 12 gauge suppressors.
Yep, Victra 12 modular shotgun suppressor. It's a Yankee Hill.
Not impressed by that name at all. Not impressed by the name at all.
Then you have the JK 195 Versax.
Who are these people? Who names this?
That's my thing, man. How do I get in these departments?
It must be low level freaking man. That's entryless. Somebody's cousin.
Well,
Silencer code Salvo 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, not too good on the names there.
Nothing like the Kilo, the 8-ball, Crowdbuster.
Yeah, I mean, at least those names are entertaining and I remember them.
Right.
I'd name my stuff
Now,
something like the Inverter, the Soul
I
Collector.
think. No, I think this has been a good conversation about the scatter guns.
Yep.
I mean, it's a viable option, guys. I mean, like I said, ultimately, I'm going to go off of your home defense gun should be the one that you are proficient with and shoot a lot of and are comfortable with, whether it's a shotgun, rifle, or handgun. That's my mentality.
No, I agree with
So
that.
my mentality with the shotgun is if you play it right, even if your mate, regardless of gender, isn't into firearms as a self-defense option, it's a sporting option.
Yeah.
And with a
Oh,
barrel
yeah.
swap, you can go from this. Oh, by the way, the reason I ended up, so I had one of these, but since they stopped making these years ago, I could not find an 18-inch or even a 20-inch barrel. And I was looking, and the closest I found was they used to be $200 for just a barrel swap. And while searching, I was able to find PSA entire shotgun, 12 gauge for $99, and I purchased it. But depends on the manufacturer. You could get a sporting one, and you can get one with a security type barrel, and you have that versatility. And you can go out, shoot clays, and have a really great time. You can introduce someone to freaking pheasant hunting or wing hunting, and they can use that. And then with a barrel swap, they can have a 12 gauge for the house. So yes, they didn't get into it because they wanted to use it to protect the home. But if they have fun, you're going out once, twice a month shooting clays, you go out during the season and shoot birds, they're going to be very familiar with it. So they don't have to figure out how the gun works because they never touched it. And when you're comfortable with that part, you can worry about the rest, like making
Yeah.
sure the kids, make sure 911, make sure the person doesn't come in the room, making sure you get barricade, making sure you backstop. All that stuff that's going through your head if someone is broken into your home. But because you were able to have a good time and use this boomstick as a family entertainment sporting thing, you're going to be familiar with it. I think it's an easier sell than trying to sell somebody on buying an AR, his and her AR-15s.
Okay.
No, I can agree with that.
I agree.
mean, I think everybody should just go buy the AA-12
There you go.
full auto.
Alrighty.
But no, this has been a great conversation. I hope everybody's enjoyed the episode. Us letting you know more about shotguns. And again, for first-time shotgun shooters, just make sure you fully explain everything to them. Like keeping it tight into their shoulder and getting a good stance to control that recoil.
Yep.
Hope everybody has a good night. Peace out.
Epstein didn't